Yeah, man. The interview process was longer than we would really like it, but I knew it was necessary. I knew once this job came open, a lot of guys all over Louisiana was gonna apply for it. Some guys with impressive resumes, some guys who wanted opportunities, and it's a smaller school, and they seen the recent success of the school. So I knew there's gonna be a lot of candidates, but I didn't know it was gonna take that long. But I feel like Coach Clark and I did a real good job of keeping everything together, and it was kind of like a audition for us because, one day he would assert himself as a leader, and I'll let him because I knew he was applying. Some days I would assert myself as a leader and kind of try not to bump heads as much. So two heads are better than none, and we kind of figured that out, and we kind of did what was best for the team. But I tell you what, it was extremely hard because once teams found out around Louisiana that we didn't have a head coach and really couldn't tell the direction where we were going, a lot of guys tried to steal me. Every school in a new neighborhood I moved into, they called me for an interview, and I think I got two of those jobs, but I turned them down because I knew this is where I wanted to be at. Okay, so the mindset through the way was like, man, almost like Will Smith when his dad left on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, man, how come they don't want me?
How come he don't want me, man?
But no, honestly, seriously, I knew that this was the job I wanted. So when you want something and you want it bad enough and you feel like you are the person for the job, you kind of wait and you're the most optimistic about it. So I just worked the position I had to become the position I wanted. Carrying the program forward, I've been here. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to be here 2 years in the capacity of being an assistant coach. And I've seen some things that worked real well for this program. And I've seen some things I wanted to change. And in my position, I couldn't really change. I could suggest it change and, wait on the results of it. But now I'm blessed and honored to be in a position that those changes I thought that should have been made, I can implement those. And it's kind of hard to change something after seeing a program going from a program that didn't win any games at all to winning some games to now there's a winning culture around here. So how can you build upon an already winning culture? My take is that now we really gotta build the winning mindset everywhere we go, from the football field to the classroom to the community. When you think about East Iberville football, you should think about winning. You should think about the gold standard, and that's what I want to implement now. Yeah, man, in 2012, I was this young, fiery guy, fresh out of college. Really only had 1 year, 2 year experience of actually being a high school football coach. And man, I went in and rocked the interview. I was from Estruma, so I was invested in Estruma and the success of that program. So I did real well my first year as a head coach. And since then, I've realized there were some things I did extremely well, and there were some things about this business that I had to learn, or I just got better at just naturally by being around other good head coaches. My experience at Redemptress, I learned organizational skills at Redemptress and accountability. I had a coach, Coach Chance Williams. Man, he made me stay at work from Sunday back to the next Saturday. And that grind really resonated with me that, man, coaching is a 24/7 job. That's if you want to be good at it. And you got to implement all the data-driven studies and find a way to get better. Then I go to St. Helena, and that head coach, he was actually made an appearance in the dome after I left, but just building upon that culture out there, kind of similar to the culture we have here. That put some things on my mind. And then my time at Scotlandville. We were a good team at Scotlandville when we first got there, but the work we put in, the man hours, from Coach Valdez to Coach Davis, those things really resonated into me, and I saw how a winning program looked all the way around, what winning kids did, what a winning practice plan looked like. And man, I took all that and it's in my mind, and I've always coached like that. And I've coached since then, from being the head coach at Estruma. I was the head coach of freshman football, junior varsity football, and that really grew my ability as a coach because I had to coach O-line, D-line, linebackers, running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and defensive backs. So now can't anybody look at me and say, oh, Coach Joseph, you're a defensive coach. No, Coach Joseph coaches football. As an assistant coach, I learned that the biggest thing in a program, in a winning program, is accountability. Everybody has to be accountable. The student athletes have to be accountable for doing what they're supposed to do and being in control of themselves and, walking and playing as professionals, on this lower level. And coaches have to be accountable. If you have something that needs to be done, if your head coach assigns you this duty, then just get it done. And I've learned to appreciate that. So I've got roles for everybody, and I'm gonna hold those guys accountable, gonna hold my players accountable, want my players to hold themselves accountable. I learned the law of empowerment. No man is an island. So even though the ship has my name on it, that I kind of got to delegate some of those responsibilities and give everybody an opportunity to have some ownership over the program. And when you have ownership of it, then you don't want to see it sink just as well. What am I most excited about? I'm most excited about my 17 seniors. 17 seniors who have never lost since they've been here, who has never had a losing season, rather, since they've been here. So I'm going to take that experience of them and knowing how to win, and we're going to build upon that. And they have to be infectious. They have to take those younger guys that's around them and show them the process. Because if you can build a winning culture yourself as a player at a losing school, then you gotta kind of pass that on. And I'm putting the ship right into their hands. And another thing, I'm most excited about the opportunity to right our wrongs against White Castle High School in Ascension, Cali. Well, man, like I said, I'm humbled for the opportunity. So just to have a season, I'm excited about all games, but I'm most excited about White Castle. Yeah, you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. So our opportunity to play White Castle, Ascension Cali, and even 5A Bel Air, 4A Bel Air. Go and play a bigger school and have the opportunity to, get more PowerPoints. That's it for me. So all in all, I'm excited about East Iberville football. Everybody should be excited about East Iberville High School football. Community members should be excited about it. Both student bodies from MSA East and East Iberville High School should be excited about it, because we're going to put the best product on the field possible. Always our mission to be better than last year, and we want to make a run at this thing. We want to be whatever is going to be the last football game played this year for 1A football. We want to be playing in it, and that's big. But in 3 years at LSU, Coach O won a championship, and I hope the football gods kind of recognize that, and give me some time served. This is my 3rd year at East Iberville. So in our 3rd year, I want to be hosting a lot of playoff games and hoisting that championship trophy at the end with a ring in my finger.